What is going on, WWE fans? It is WWE at Home 219 here with my Raw review from April 22nd, 2013. Sorry, I'm a little behind on getting this video up. This is my third try. My computer's been malfunctioning, and I had to go to my mom's computer downstairs, so that's why I'm downstairs. So let's just get into this Raw review, and I'll try to get this video up right now. So we see Paul Heyman standing in the ring, basically say that Triple H is not going to be here to answer the question if he's going to fight Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. Uh, he said he had an email from Triple H saying that he wasn't going to be here, so that was his evidence. But then Triple H's theme song would hit, and we'd see Triple H come out, basically get in the face of Paul Heyman, and say, tell your boy Brock Lesnar that I'm going to fight him at Extreme Rules, and then he'd give the pedigree to Paul Heyman. And that segment was alright. I mean, nothing really special about it, but it's just showing us that there is going to be a big time match at Extreme Rules. Well, I'm wondering if that will be the main event at Extreme Rules. We'll see. I'll give it a C+. So then we'd see rapping R-Truth come back with his new gimmick, it seems like, versus yodeling Antonio Cesaro. The crowd was electric all night. Seemed like a botch finisher to me with R-Truth, but nonetheless, he would pick up the victory over Cesaro. It was an alright match. I mean, it wasn't that great. I'll give it a C-. So then we would see Brodus Clay take on Damian Sandow. Fans would start fandangoing in the crowd. That was pretty exciting. Probably the only really exciting thing about this matchup, not much to it. Sandow would sneak a roll-up cover, though, as we'd see Damian Sandow defeat Brodus Clay in a matchup that I'll give a D. So now help me in welcoming a good friend of mine and a new WWE fan to the crew of WWE at Home 219, David Kepshire. How's it going, David?
It's going great.
So David came to my house during this Ziggler-Jericho matchup. So let's get right into that. Jericho would take control early. When these two face off, it's always entertaining. There was many near falls. It was a long matchup. Fandango's music would hit, and that would cause a distraction on Jericho. As Dolph Ziggler would give the zigzag to Chris Jericho, a matchup that was pretty exciting. I'll give a B.
Yeah, I liked it. Jericho went for the walls of Jericho earlier in the match. He almost had it. Dolph reversed it, and then he got it. Finally got the walls of Jericho. I thought Dolph was going to tap out, but the music kicked in, and it was just distraction.
That
And
did the job.
didn't really like it, but hey.
What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B-.
All right. So then we would see Tensai take on Cody Rhodes. Not too exciting at all. I'll give it a D as Tensai would pick up the victory over Cody Rhodes.
I'm gonna give it a D as well. Tensai though is athletic for being that big, but I mean, it was against Cody Rhodes. It was pretty boring matchup.
Yeah, nothing really to it at all.
Nothing special.
All right, so we would see Big E Langston take on Zack Ryder next with a new theme song, might I say.
Very good.
The matchup very short. He would hit the big ending on Zack Ryder. I'll give it a D+ just because of the shortness, but nothing taken away from Big E's athleticism.
Big E is going to be a great wrestler for years to come. Very athletic, very powerful, and I think he's going to be a future champ.
Yeah, I definitely could see him being a world heavyweight champion in the future.
Yeah.
So then we would see Undertaker and Team Hell No take on The Shield, the matchup that everybody was pretty much looking forward to out of tonight's Raw. The crowd went nuts when Undertaker got tagged in. We were going nuts. It was it was a fun match to watch. Daniel Bryan took control going into the first commercial. It was a long matchup, very entertaining, like I said. Ambrose would reverse a diving headbutt from Daniel Bryan as he would pick up the cover on Daniel Bryan, and the Shield would pick up the victory in an explosive matchup that I'm going to give an A-. Very fun to watch.
I'm going to give it an A. I loved it. Undertaker, I want to see more of him. He at one point he had I think it was Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. He had a double choke slam, and that was awesome. But Roman Reigns with the spear, that's what he does best.
Yeah.
You've seen it before, and it was a very entertaining match.
Yep.
The Shield are very athletic. They work together. Probably could be one of the better tag teams in the history of WWE.
I can agree with you there. So then it would take us into Fandango versus William Regal. Very short matchup. It's just a matchup to put Fandango more over.
Yeah.
He'd pick up the victory, like I said, in the matchup. I'll give it D-. But afterwards, Jericho would attack Fandango and basically steal his dancer and take a dance with her. The dancer was Summer Rae. She wrestles for NXT. You'll probably see her on your TVs in the years to come. But nonetheless, this Fandango matchup, like I said, D-.
D- as well. I don't like Fandango as a wrestler. His gimmick, I like it.
It's catchy.
It's catchy. fandangoing, but wrestling, I don't think he was
that great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we'd see the number one contenders, Divas Battle Royal. He wanted a Kelly return, but don't we all? But that's not happening.
Yeah.
AJ would win. She basically played possum all match. That she took an early kick from Tamina Snuka. She'd knock out Layla and become number one contender. I'll give it enough.
I'm giving it enough as well. Not much to say.
No, it's Divas. Then our final segment was Mick Foley confronting Ryback, basically asking Ryback, what happened to you? What are you doing with your whole new attitude on life, I guess you could say. Ryback would tell Foley to shut up. Ryback would act like he's about to attack Mick Foley. Cena would then come out to defend Mick Foley, and then we would hear the Shield music kicked in. He called that.
Yep.
Cena would leave Ryback alone for a little bit as the Shield would start beating up on Ryback, but Cena would come back into the ring with a chair and start beating the shit out of the Shield. It would force the Shield to go back into the crowd where they came from. Then we'd see a stare-off between John Cena and Ryback, and John Cena would deliver the AA to Ryback to end Raw. Ending segment was about a C+.
I'd give it a C. I like seeing John Cena come back and step in. Shows about how great a character he has. He's does what's right. I don't think it's fair for the Shield to always be picking on just one person, 3-on-1. But great for Cena to come back. I'm not a believer in the Shield. I know a lot of people are. Kyle is. I'm not. I want to see him lose. But
a lot of the people that are part of this channel, Brett, Aaron, we're all believers in the Shield. David, like I said, will be a part of it. I might start doing a show type deal here, not just reviews and everything. We have 4 guys now that you'll be seeing on these videos, so please give us a like and subscribe to this video. Oh, Raw overall, before I end it, I'll give it a D+.
I'm gonna give it a C. That Undertaker Team Hell No versus Shield match really saved it.
Yeah, that
there was no Undertaker, like we said in the second video.
The second take
if there was no Undertaker,
it'd probably be enough.
It'd probably be enough.
So that is our Raw review. Tell us what you thought about Raw below. Follow David on Twitter, right underneath his chest area right here. Follow me on Twitter right here at Let's Talk _WWE. Take it easy.